Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes and welcome to part 4 in our series on cool chord progressions for the guitar. Today we're going to look at a simple 3-chord progression in the key of E, and we're going to play dominant 7th chord. So we'll have E7th, A7th and B7th. I'm playing the most traditional first position grips for those 3 chords. E7th I'm playing as a 2-finger chord grip. First finger on G sharp on the G string, first fret of the 3rd string. Second finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string on the note B. And I can strum all 6 strings. E7th. A7th, I'm using a 2-finger chord grip. Second finger on the note E on the D string, that's the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Third finger on the note C sharp on the B string, that's the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. Again, all 6 strings. Big fat sounding A7. So E7 to A7. A great sound on the guitar. Very common sound, easy to play, big sounding chords. The 3rd chord is B7th, probably the hardest of the initial chords we all have to learn when we first start out on guitar. It requires the coordinated use of all 4 fingers. So B7th will have 2nd finger on B on the A string, on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. First finger on the 1st fret of the 4th string, that's the D string, so that's D sharp. Third finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, that's the note A. We leave the 2nd string ring open, which is B, and our little finger is on the 2nd fret of the 1st string on the note F sharp. This is a 5-string chord, so we strum from the low A string, strings 5 through to 1. We can also alternate the bass, which is quite common on B7. So that, you can see what I'm doing there, I'm sort of rocking my 2nd finger from the 5th string to the 6th string. So I'm playing B in the bass, then I'm playing F sharp in the bass. So you might... You can have so much fun just using those 3 chords. Today I want to show you one alternate way to play those 3 chords where we have a more expanded sound. We're going to play higher up on the fretboard, but we're going to leave the 2 outside strings, the low E's, they're 2 octaves apart, we're going to let them ring throughout. So if we shift up here to the 7th fret and put our 2nd finger on the 7th fret of the A string, the 5th string, our 1st finger on the 6th fret of the D string, the 4th string, and our 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, the G string, we've got under our fingers E, G sharp and D. B is the missing note in an E7th chord and it's our open 2nd string. E is also the fundamental note of an E7th chord. So this is a great alternate way to play the traditional E7th chord. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm swapping between those grips and I'm strumming all 6 strings throughout. Now if we take that new shape for an E7th chord up to the 12th fret, our closed strings, the ones we're pushing down with our fingers, spell out the notes of an A7th chord. We've got an A, a C sharp and a G, and of course we've got E in the bass. So that is a inversion of our normal A7th. Our outside string E is part of the A7th chord, but B isn't. B's like the 9th note. So in fact we are really playing an A9th chord there. What a beautiful sounding chord when we have those 3 open strings and 3 closed strings. So now we can, just by sliding this new E7th shape up to the 12th fret, we can go E7th to A9th, but essentially A7th in our mind as an alternate to this all comes to life if you're doing recording or playing in a band where you've got 2 guitarists and you want to keep out of each other's road. The best thing to do is don't play in exactly the same position as the other guitar player if you're both strumming chords. You can get a very big sound if one player's playing that E7th and the other's playing that E7th. Finally, if we take that 12th fret A7th shape up 2 frets, the closed strings 3 notes out of a B 7th chord. We've got a B, a D sharp, and an A. The missing note is F sharp. Now in this case, we could put our little finger down on the 14th fret and have a high F sharp if we're playing only the 5 strings. But we're going to ignore the fact that we haven't got an F sharp in that B 7th chord, and we're going to let the B and the E and the low E ring on. Don't get over concerned about the academic side of music theory as to what to name these chords. We're really looking for cool sounds on the guitar that are easy to play. And in this case, we've got a 3-finger chord shape that we're shifting to the positions of E7th, A7th, and it's an altered B7. It's like a B7 that has an added 4th in it. So let's listen to, here's how we started. Now let's change to the new shapes now. So here we go, E7th here, 7th fret, 12th fret, 14th fret, 12th fret. Some cool sounding chords on the guitar, very easy to play. Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes. I really hope you enjoyed today's music instruction video. If you did, then you've joined the millions of viewers who have benefited from content on my free music education YouTube channel. Can I ask you to consider 2 things, please? If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll be updated every time new content is made available. Secondly, if you are in a position to do so, please consider making a donation towards the ongoing costs of producing these videos. It's safe and easy to do so. It's done via PayPal. There's a Make a Donation link on the home page of this channel under Home About. And there's also a donation link in the text for every video. Rest assured that any and all monies received will be reinvested in making this channel the best, most informative, content-rich music education channel of its kind anywhere on the internet. Thank you and bye for now.